I've been thinking about you lately, thinking way too much it seems. You rise up with me in the morning, you lie down with me in my dreams. My heart's dying to say something, my mind's trying to ignore. All I do is sit here wishing. On day 214, after a great night's sleep in Suzanne and Mike's house, I left Reedville and headed north to the Potomac River. A big crossing, a bit nervous, and when I got to where I was to cross, the wind was just too much. So I just kind of laid down on the beach and had a little sleep. But there's so much left in store. All I do is sit here wishing you were standing at my door. And then the wind died down and I made that crossing. And there's a big storm approaching that night, so I had to find a safe haven, which I managed to do. I paddled across the Potomac River. It's a big sound. It was a 14-kilometer crossing, and I've done some 39 kilometers today. Tonight it's going to thunder, lightning, and storm, and I was hoping to make it to Solomon's Marina, but I'm not. It's just too far. It's the calm before the storm right now. Anyways, I met a guy on the beach around kilometer that way, and he said, hey, there's a house right around the bend and we know the owner, but no one's there. It's kind of abandoned, but you can sleep under the house. So just look for the ruined wharf, and right when you see the ruined wharf, there you can see the house, and you can tent under the house, and then you're going to be safe. So I'm happy about that. I got a safe place to stay. Yes. Here's the house under that veranda. By the poles, I can put my tent up there. I'm gonna do it. And I even have a place to charge my telephone battery. Yes! Ja, det är ganska tört här då. You can search the whole world over, top to bottom, end to end. Honey, you know where to find me if you need your one true friend. Maybe I could even help you find what you've been looking for. All I do is sit here wishing you were standing at my door. All I do is sit here wishing you were standing at my door. All I do is sit here wishing. Nå har jeg gått meg en liten spaseretur, og det lukter furu, eller pine. Ja, det lukter så godt etter regn. Bare nydelig. Litt torden. Jeg tror det roer seg etter hvert, det. Okay, I got into real trouble out there in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm and rain, and I paddled a long way, and anyways, it was foggy and I was getting desperate for a place to stay. I saw a light and I just had to paddle for that. It's raining all over. I mean, everything is like, this is just totally wet, and I managed to get a change of clothes. Anyways, I saw a house way up on the hill, and I passed by this little cottage on the way, and I went up and I knocked on the door, and the guy called Gerald opened it, and I said, listen, I've been kayaking for 6,000 miles. I got stuck in a rainstorm. What's the possibility of me just being able to pitch my tent in somewhere where it's dry? And he looked at me, and I said, do you think there's a possibility that I could actually stay in that cabin down there? And he said, yeah, I think you can do that. The door's open. I said, thank you very much. And I went, and now I'm here in this cabin, and it's a nice little place. Lightning outside, thundering, and it's calmed down a bit. All the buckets of water up in the veranda, they're full of water. Oh man, what a nightmare this was. But here I am in a cottage. I'm warm. I'm gonna make some food. I'm happy. Yes. Wow. Yeah, another new day. Yesterday had its challenges. Thunder, rain, lightning. But it feels good to knock on a door and be able to get some help. So I've had a fantastic night in this little cabin, and things are all packed up now, and I'm ready to head on down to my kayak and paddle another day towards Annapolis. Liten lunsjpause. Har padlet 20 kilometer. Der borte. Der borte. Fin dag. Ser noen skyer som formerer seg. Og jeg håper jeg får ikke oppleve i går kveld da. Det var nok for i alle fall en uke. I'm trying to get to Annapolis, but it doesn't look too good out there. So I'm up early, it's around 6, trying to kayak before the winds come up. But I see that it's already raining and big storm over there. So I just hope it stays there. Og bak meg nå, det kommer. Så jeg må padle så hardt jeg kan komma trygg till haven, till Nautilus Marina, where they share. Sometimes you just wonder, when's it gonna happen? Paddled early this morning to get out. It's calm, but they've forecasted winds up to 20-30 knots. And I'm heading towards Nautilus Marina in Annapolis. It's on this side of the bridge, so just got to keep on going. But right now it's calm. Calm before the storm, probably. And the money spent might leave you bound, so you think it don't make much sense. Okay, I'm gonna put my kayak right on there and get up and go up. Here I am with Scott and Joanne on Folly, and they've lifted me up on what would be the dinghy, and now I'm here. Wow, thankful. What a feeling when I came to Scott and Joanne. They're such approachable people, and Scott just has a wealth of information about this coastline, and we enjoyed a great dinner with them. And then I had a chance to sit down with Scott and go through the whole route.
That's up over here.
From Annapolis all the way up to New York and even beyond. Wow, it's such a safe feeling meeting people like Scott and Joanne. What a lovely reception, and I was able to spend the night in their wonderful boat, Folly Square. Yeah, just adding to the experiences. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. After a peaceful sleep on a gently rocking Folly Square, the next morning Catherine picked me up, and Catherine are relatives on my wife's side that live in Annapolis and often visit Norway, so they invited me to spend the day and the next day with them. So I'm going to have 2 days free, which is good. Beautiful weather right now. I probably should be kayaking, but like I say, it's not the destination, it's the journey. So meet good people along the way, share stories, give hugs, and be happy. Nice slice. Someone told me that golf is a 4-letter word.
Yeah, all the other 4-letter words to take.
I got the back fence on that one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This thing really torques.
But my car doesn't have air conditioning.
Oh.
And she's thinking, oh God, this guy's got like a Dodge Dart or something. So then I brought her down and put her into the car, and she was pleased. About 650 bottles last count.
Okay, see?
But that's kind of a misnomer because some of the bottles are, the extra big ones.
Yeah, when are you going to drink that? Not tonight.
Kind of have Napa, there's a little bit of mountains, and then Sonoma, a little bit of mountains, and then the plain down to the
Okay, how to paddle Canada and the United States. Number one, choose your route. For my route, I chose what's called the Great Loop. And you can get access to this by going to the Great Loop website. But I used Captain John's information. And as I'm speaking now, it's going to come on the screen. and you can click first on his website information, and then you go and you click on the Great Loop and interwaterways. Great source of information. I've used this interactive map basically the whole way while I was in the Great Loop areas. As I call my journey the Greater Loop, because I began from Halifax, Nova Scotia, tacking on a couple thousand extra kilometers. Basically, I had to use my maps, my Google Maps, and chart my course out and make an interactive map myself, which I could use underway and also which I could use in an offline situation. Secondly, how do I kayak through Canada and the USA? Get in touch with all the local kayaking groups. If you belong to a Facebook page, you can Google, for example, Michigan kayaking, or Chicago kayaking, Tennessee kayaking, Florida, Ontario. All the kayakers have their own Facebook pages, and you just put out your information there, tell them what your needs are, and bang, they're ready to assist you. Kayakers are an extremely interesting, friendly group of people. Thirdly, how do I kayak through Canada and the United States? You have to figure out your dates, and you have to figure out your financial abilities, and you have to figure out your own abilities. Dates. Put a date into the calendar and do it. I chose June to go from Halifax because basically I could kayak the northern areas in June, July, and August, and then come down into Chicago around in September. It's a long distance expeditions, but I basically chose to do the seasons which were the best for me. So when I got to Illinois, it was really cold for a couple of days, but the more south I got, the better it came. And I got to Alabama and Florida in the colder part of the season, which meant it's easier to kayak, less, lower temperatures, less flies, reptiles aren't as active. And then when I came through Florida and heading up to, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, all these places, Virginia, Maryland, I just kept on going with the season, and it gets better and better and better. And now I'm going to do the last part of my journey basically in July and August, and then I'm finished the Greater Loop. Financial resources. Eating at restaurants is going to be difficult, but it's doable, but it's going to be expensive. Plan your food, how you're going to do it. Always have access to water. Then the other types of resources are you focused? Are you determined? Do you enjoy what you're doing? That's all important. So there you have it. You have, set out a date, look at your financial resources, contact kayaking groups, and basically kind of just do it. Go for it. Plan how far, how long you want to do it, and always know your skill sets. Look at the temperature. I take 2 power bank chargers with me, and I've never run dry with my iPhone. Never. My iPhone is the Alpha and Omega. I need it all the time. My GPS is running. I only have one app running, and that's my GPS Loca to Web, so people know where I am. How to kayak through Canada and USA? Set a date, set your distance, and just go for it. You'll never regret it. Adventure is never easy, but wow, for a wonderful experience. Nå er jeg hos Catherine og Jeff og spiser god mat. Jeg har ikke spist så mye mat i mitt liv i de siste 2 dager, og det er nesten konkurs. Hvordan smaker det, Catherine? Smaker det bra?
Skikkelig bra.
Take that. No, one more. Got it.
Skikkelig bra.
Skikkelig bra. Så bra!
Take my chances, cut my losses. 'Cause I would rather go. These walls will stay and they'll never change. Do you really want to solve that bellyache up the road? Tear from this ground. If I made you a window, would you jump or look out?